Hello students, today we're going to look at something new. We're going to look at a thing called infographics. Infographics are really big on the internet right now, and they're kind of fun to make and use with your blog posts or your website. So what I thought I'd do today is show you how to make some basic, very small infographics using a online program called Venngage, and it's spelled Vennngage. Now, if you type in Venngage without two N's, you're going to get something else. So I just thought I'd let you know about that. But Venngage will allow you to make these great graphics. And one of the things I use it for that we're going to create today are these things that help break up your blog post or your web page. I created this simple graphic here using Venngage. It only took about 5 seconds. And once I show you how easy this is, I'm sure you'll want to go over to Venngage's website and try to make one yourself. As I said a couple seconds ago, one of the things I like to do is use these little graphics to break up my web page or my blog post. This is a blog post, and I'm going down, and you can see I've used it a bunch of different times. A lot of bloggers and people who build informative websites like to use this type of a graphic. It helps to add to your blog post as you're going through it. So I use it for a bunch of different things when I use Venngage. So going back over to Venngage, normally, just like any other website, you're going to want to sign in and get an account, which is real easy to do. Basically, you click on create a new account. It'll take you to a page where you can create a new account, and you just give it its password. Then they'll send you a link to your email address that you used to create the account. Once you have that link, all you got to do is click on it. It'll take you right back over to Venngage. I already have an account, so I'm just going to sign in. And what happens when you sign in is some of the ones that you've done before are right here, and you can take a look at what you've already made. I use these other graphics for another blog post that I did, so they're still here. Here's another one that I did. Let's see here. Those were the ones we just looked at on that other post. And then you can also create a brand new one, which is what we're going to do today. So you click on Create Infographic. It should give you a page to work on or a blank palette to work on, whichever way you want to look at it, or a blank canvas. So you just click on that. And you'll be treated as something that looks like this. It'll show you a bunch of other things that other people have done before, and what that will do is it'll give you ideas of how you can create your own infographics. So there's a whole bunch of them popping up here, but I'm going to go ahead to my blank canvas, and there we go. I'm all ready to go. But before I get started on actually making the graphic that we're going to be working on today, I'm going to show you that we're going to be using PaintShop Pro. Now, I used to have PaintShop Pro 7. I just finished a course not too long ago on how to use PaintShop Pro, but it was X7. I'm going to be coming out with X8 pretty soon. But anyway, going back to what I was saying, I'm going to use this as a way to cut out the parts I want to from my Venngage graphics. So we'll be getting to that in a second. But you can use the Paint program with Microsoft Word, or if you have Photoshop or one of those others, but I use PaintShop because that's the program I like to use. So going back over to Venngage, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create something very basic, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Venngage has already got all these really cool graphics and things built in. For example, what I'm going to be using is shapes and symbols, which is right under icons here. And you just click on that. And in this case, I like using the rounded corners of my graphics that I create for my title bar. So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to create a rounded graphic like so. I'm going to click off of it. And it's just that easy. You drag it over and you use it. Now, whenever you want to do something to this particular graphic, all you got to do is click on it. And you've got the different colors up here. So if we want to change the color to like a lime green, we can. There you have it. Very simple to do. Not very much different than most graphic programs you get, except these have already ready-made graphics and symbols that you can use very quickly. This work on this goes very fast, which is really good for folks who like to do blogging a lot like I do. I do 4,000 word blog posts, and so when I do that, I don't have a lot of time to create really intricate graphics, and this makes it so much better. So anyway, we're going to add a graphic to this and some text. So like normal, I'm going to have to collapse my menu here, and I'm going to scroll down to text next, Boy, that's kind of a tongue twister. And right there it says double click to edit me, so I'm going to double click on that and backspace it so I can type in it. So I'm going to give this a title. We'll call it blog posting. Now anytime you want to change the font or the size of it, all you got to do is the same thing. I highlight it like I normally do when I'm working with Microsoft Word or another program. They've got some different types of fonts here that you can use. I'm going to increase the size of it as much as I want. This works very smoothly, by the way. Okay, we'll do that. And maybe a little small. All right, once you have it the way you want it, you can move it around just like any other graphics program. Moves very smoothly. Like I said, it works really good. And then I want to add a different graphic, so I'm going to go back up to my icons again. And then I'm going to grab a circle. We'll just use that. This is the way I kind of make mine. I add a little icon over here. Okay, we'll use that one. They also give you these nice little green guidelines here so you know exactly where the middle of something is. Pretty cool. Then I'm going to click on it again. I want to change the color to a little bit darker shade of blue. Then I'm going to add an icon in here. I'm just going to grab one so you see how it is. There's bazillions of these icons going all the way down here. And all these different categories of icons too. Let's see here. And you can also do a search. There might be a search for an icon, so I'm going to go type in blog, see if anything comes up. Oh my goodness, and here comes a blog icon, real easy. So I'm going to grab this one, I pull it over, keep going off my little pad here. There we go. Alrighty. Maybe where it was. Click on that. And it's very simple to get this just the way you want it. Very smooth. And so now that I have that like that, let's say I want to move, I don't want to move the independent parts. So what you do is you just draw a whole circle around the whole thing. And over here is a group, so you can group it together. Once you have that, very easy to do. And you can create all kinds of great looking graphics for your blog and use it that way. Now I want to go over to PaintShop Pro and I want to drop this into there because I'm going to just cut out the part that I need. Very easy to do. You hold down your control button and up at the top right hand part of your keyboard it should say print screen. Click on that. Open up your program. I need to have a white background. Drop a white background. Go edit. Paste as new layer. I'm going to do a new layer. And there you go. I have this. All I got to do is move it over. And now I'm going to use a thing on PaintShop called the cropping tool, which is right here. Click on that. Pull down my cropping tool, and I'm going to crop out everything but the graphic itself. 1, 2, 3, you and me. You can see how I did that. And I cut off a part of this over here, so I could always fix it by going back to the undo button. Make my cropping a little bigger. And there you go. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. That's just that easy. So that's how you can make an easy graphic using Venngage and then also a program like PaintShop Pro. Now I have actually created these kind of complex infographics on PaintShop, but it takes longer time to do it, and you have to have a lot of clip art available to you that's real simple like this. Venngage already has it built in. So with Venngage, which is, if you want the full-blown version, which I would recommend, it's around 20 bucks a month. If you're doing a lot of blogging and you're doing a lot of work like that and you've got too much to do, this is a great way to create fast and simple graphics. So I hope you got something out of this today. Once again, I'd like to say go on over to Venngage, check it out, www.vennngage.com. I am not affiliated with this company, nor do I make any money from it, but I thought it'd be a great tip for you. God bless and have a great day and have a blast with it. I'll see you later.